the book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Jesus Christ, the name and title establish him as the Messiah, meaning anointed one. Son of David indicates his royal lineage, fulfilling the promise God made to David about his throne enduring forever. Son of Abraham ties Jesus to the covenant God made with Abraham, promising blessings for all nations through his offspring. Abraham was the father of Isaac, and Isaac the father of Jacob, and Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers. Abraham the founding patriarch of the Jewish people. Isaac, Abraham's son of promise born through Sarah. Jacob, father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, chosen by God as the royal lineage despite not being the firstborn. Judah, the father of Perez and Zerah by Tamar, and Perez, the father of Hezron, and Hezron, the father of Ram. Tamar, a Canaanite woman whose story highlights God's grace in including outsiders and flawed individuals. Perez, ancestor of the royal line through Judah. Ram, the father of Amminadab, and Amminadab, the father of Nahshon, and Nahshon, the father of Salmon, and Salmon, the father of Boaz by Rahab, and Boaz, the father of Obed by Ruth, and Obed, the father of Jesse. Rahab, a Gentile and former prostitute from Jericho, demonstrating God's inclusive grace. Ruth, a Moabite woman whose loyalty and faith secured her place in this lineage. Boaz, a kinsman redeemer who marries Ruth, and Jesse, the father of David the king. David, the central figure of the first set, anointed as king and the recipient of God's covenant promise of an eternal throne. And David was the father of Solomon by the wife of Uriah, and Solomon the father of Rehoboam. Bathsheba, identified as the wife of Uriah, pointing to David's sin and God's grace. Solomon, known for his wisdom and the builder of the temple. Rehoboam, the father of Abijah, and Abijah the father of Asaph, and Asaph the father of Jehoshaphat. This section includes the kings of Judah, many of whom were unfaithful, leading to the nation's eventual exile. Despite their failures, the line continues as a testament to God's faithfulness. And Josiah, the father of Jeconiah and his brothers, at the time of the deportation to Babylon. Jeconiah, also known as Jehoiakim, his reign marked the start of the Babylonian exile. And after the deportation to Babylon, Jeconiah was the father of Shealtiel, and Shealtiel the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel was a leader in the rebuilding of the temple, as mentioned in Ezra chapter 3, verse 8, symbolizing restoration. And Zerubbabel the father of Abiud, and Abiud the father of Eliakim. This section lists lesser-known figures, demonstrating the continuation of the lineage despite obscurity. And Jacob the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom Jesus was born, who is called Christ. Joseph was not Jesus' biological father, but his legal father, securing Jesus' rightful place in the Davidic line. Mary, the virgin mother of Jesus, fulfilled the prophecy in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. So all the generations from Abraham to David were 14 generations, and from David to the deportation to Babylon 14 generations, and from the deportation to Babylon to the Christ 14 generations. The structure emphasizes completeness and divine order, as the number 14 is linked to David in Hebrew numerology. This genealogy fulfills Jewish expectations and highlights Jesus as the culmination of God's redemptive plan. This genealogy emphasizes God's sovereignty, grace, and faithfulness in bringing the Messiah through a line of flawed but significant individuals, fulfilling Old Testament promises.